What's going on, guys? T2RX6 here, back for another office review, and today I figured what better toy to bring for a office review than the Optimus Prime pen. And it's not really fair to call it an Optimus Prime pen so much, because it's really a gun pen, so you can imagine how tiny that reservoir is. But yeah, it writes. It's a pen. It serves its purpose, I guess. I don't know if I'll be using it as a pen, but whatever. The Optimus here, he is pretty cool though, I gotta say. Not sure he's better than the hybrid style, if you want a small Optimus Prime, but this guy is superposable. The only thing that bugs me is this chest piece, which kind of looks like it's talking to you or something. But head is on a ball joint, so great range of motion there. Double ball jointed shoulder, so you got all that as well as all that. So plenty of rotation there. You've got a bicep swivel, you got the double jointed elbow, you got a ball jointed wrist. You come down here, you've got the waist. You just kind of have to move these little silver flaps out of the way. Moving all this out of the way, you got ball joints down here, which are a little bit more limited, just because of the socket down there. You get about that big. And a double jointed knee, and then a ball jointed foot. So this guy is capable of some insane posability for such a little Optimus Prime. Really, it's quite impressive how much you can do with this guy. For some quick size comparisons, here we've got the Heroes of Cybertron Devastator, which is maybe like 2.5 inches tall, and then here's a little Creo guy. So you can see, you know, he's not really that big, but I wouldn't expect something that turns into a pen to be all that big. So let's go ahead and try to get Optimus into his pen mode here. I've taken the gun apart here, and the first thing we're going to do, and this is in my opinion one of the hardest things, is to pull up all these panels here, and he's got this little piece right here on the back that you need to kind of work down a little so it'll allow it to rotate like that, and then push it all the way back up, because we're going to need that to connect these legs to kind of make them a little more sturdy. So once that's down, you can flip the butt armor, I guess you'd call it, down, and we'll start working on his legs. So for his legs, we're going to start by carefully pulling his ball joints here. If you pull too hard, it's going to fall out of socket, but you want to get enough space that you can rotate the legs like that, basically. And then we're going to flip these pieces open, and then now is a good time to rotate this, because you want it to be in line with the halves of the legs. So like that. The next thing to do is take these two little pieces here and kind of bring them up so they're not in the way on both sides, and they're just on little ball joints. And then we might as well go ahead and take it while we have easy access. Take your gun, plug it in. There's 3 tabs, 2 in the front, or 2 in the back, 1 in the front on each side, and basically we can close this all up like that. Now we're going to take these little silver pieces, kind of grab this and flip it on around, and actually I was incorrect. I need to keep this in the down position, because what that's going to do, you'll see here, is allow the leg to plug in to kind of make that really a tight fit there. So take that other side and just kind of, you may have to disconnect things a little bit just to make sure it's going to fit. Here we go. And then we can close this all back up again. So here we go. We got that. We'll put that rear armor down. Flip his front crotch piece up, and that'll lock in place, and you're going to have to move the chest shield out of the way just a little. We can push his head on down at this point. We'll come around here to this piece, and this is a little bit tough at first. You may need something to push it from the other end. I found after messing with it a few times, mine's gotten loose enough that I can kind of turn it and bring it around. So you gotta bring this up, and then to position this right, it's going to lock into that little tab up here that you can see. So bring this around again, flip this piece out if you can. There we go. Bring it up, and lock it into place. Now between this piece and this piece, that makes everything all sturdy here. So now it's just a matter of finishing with his arms, and for that you're going to flip them so they're up like this and rotate everything on up, and you can see there's a tab in the slot. We'll rotate his biceps around, and you'll plug that tab into there like so on each of these, and then it's just a matter of plugging all these top tabs in together, and there we go. We've got an Optimus Prime pen, and he's not necessarily the most comfortable pen to write with, but of course you can take this off, and they were kind enough to include a place for you to place that cap while it's in use. Whoops. They even have a nice little mark there. And Optimus pen. Ooh, it writes. I know that's not usually my normal writing, but it's hard to write while you're holding things up. Let's see. Office review, so standard pen. He's pretty standard pen. He's just really, really large. So yeah, he's not the most comfortable pen to work with. So let's get him back to his robot mode and we'll get out of here. Pretty much just everything in reverse. Undo the arms and make them look nice. Come down here, disconnect the silver pieces. Whoops, and they're just on a ball joint too, so if you do manage to pull them out like I did, no big deal. Flip those little panels on in, flip it around, unpeg this one. That's pretty much the top half of Optimus, and you have to grab him by his little whatever they are, the crests on the side of his head, and pull him out. And this is a weird joint. I really don't understand why they gave it so much room. I know it moves a little for the transformation, but it seems like there's a lot. In fact, you can just flat out peel it all the way back with his head down. So yeah, I don't really know why they gave it so much range of motion. But there we go. Coming down to the legs here, it's easiest to try to split these a little bit to get these silver bits out of their port here, like so. Close up the thighs, split this all up. Careful with the gun. I've heard rumors of tabs on the gun breaking. Mine haven't happened, but just be careful of it. We can close the thighs here, or I guess it's the calf, I'm not sure. Not physiology. Take this and close these little tabs, bring the feet down again, push them back into place, and then if you're like me, you'll say he's done, but you probably ended up forgetting this completely inconsequential piece. You really don't need to put it away, but if you want to, slide it on in. That'll let it flip around so the little piece is hanging out the bottom, and push it in, and there you go. He is back to his Optimus Prime mode. So overall, pretty cool toy. Get it for a little posable Optimus as opposed to a pen, as unfortunately I don't know if the pen can actually be replaced at all. I don't see any screws on here to take anything apart, and not sure where you'd find a cartridge so small, so I'm not sure if this can be replaced. If it can and someone knows, let me know. Maybe I would use it as a pen then, but at this point I'm not going to use it as a pen, so it's just a posable little Optimus Prime, which is ridiculously cool. I can't really argue that. I do think the hybrid style is more worth your money though than this guy is, if you want a tiny Optimus toy. So yeah, not bad, but definitely a pricey little Optimus. So this is T2RX6. Hope you enjoyed the review, and I'll see you next week.